So I'm sure I'm not the only one that has an extreme love-hate relationship with Facebook Marketplace, because it is so stressful to try to be on it all the time in order to find a good deal. Because if something is halfway decent condition at a halfway decent price, if you're not there in the first 30 minutes of it being listed, someone's already bought the freaking thing. Fingers crossed, in the morning, gonna be bringing home a new truck. I'll catch up with y'all then. I am so stoked to get this thing, and I have really enjoyed it. I've had it for 2 days at this point and been enjoying driving it, just everything about it. 2006 was like the best year ever for trucks. If you look at all the different brands, 2006 was just an amazing year. They built super solid trucks. No hate for black leather, but tan is where it's at. Holy crap, the black truck with the tan leather looks so freaking good. Definitely gonna have to tackle the headliner. We're gonna literally tackle everything on here. There's literally nothing we're gonna leave untouched. This is his first time riding in the Sierra. What do you think, Hubert?
It's pretty comfy, Dad. Your seats are squishy. I like it.
But we're headed back to the farm right now because we are going to get rid of this check engine light today. So if you saw in the last video, we went to O'Reilly's. We did a bunch of maintenance stuff on the truck, but we also got it scanned and it was an O2 sensor failure. Unfortunately, it looks like it's the most fun one. Ooh, it's hot. All right, so here's the downstream one right here. This is after the cat. The one I think we gotta replace is that guy right there. My 100,000 subscriber plaque finally came in. Holy crap. All right, guys, True Duels are officially on. It's like the perfect amount of loudness. Not too loud, not too quiet. Geez, that's 2,000 RPMs. Behind it. I don't know what kind of shorty antenna this is, but I really just don't like the way it looks. Sorry if you have this one. Oh, that's so much better. So you may or may not have noticed, but we are missing a tag light. Boom. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So now not only do we have working tag lights, we got beautiful crisp white LED ones. Extremely common issue. My Duramax had the same problem. Our fog lights don't work because this bottom button is broken and it's stuck in there. Doesn't work, so we got to replace this guy. Got a new GM part, so we got to take this bezel off to get to this guy. 1505 Nancy. That's hilarious, man. Boom, there we go. So old boy that had the truck before me did not replace the fog lights, probably because that switch was messed up when he did the headlights. So we definitely need to do that. But hey, we got fog lights. That's all that matters. I did get my temp plate on there. So chomper. I was sitting at home the other night with Knox, and I was, you know, we're gonna cam the truck. So I was sitting there thinking of a cool name that would go along with that. You know, get a tag for it. And I was like, what's it gonna sound like when it's sitting there camming? It's gonna be chomping, right? Chomp, 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 chomp. So yeah, I came up with that. Also, it's funny, the tag lady thought of the exact same thing, that where it came from. From The Land Before Time, the little T-Rex name was Chomper. Y'all hear that, right? That is my exhaust hitting the underside of my truck, and that means, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go back to the exhaust shop. This is acceptable because this is, I feel, an honest mistake. So issue number 2, which I also feel is a forgivable mistake. Look right here. Anytime this wiggles, obviously it's a rubber bushing, it's hitting. Now here I feel is the unforgivable part, which is just unacceptable. That's an exhaust hanger welded to the outside of my frame. Obviously, frame fully intact. It's got a couple of weld boogers on there, but that's definitely something that we can clean up. Look, I knew this was gonna look amazing, and I am glad I did. So now it is time to crank it up, go for a drive, let it learn its new intake. We got to get Chomper looking a little more beefy because Larry's over here kind of flexing on it. I'm not going to lie. Here's our new kit though. Got our new shocks, front, rear, new bushings for them. There's our new keys. And out the key comes. If you push that too far, that will fall out. So let me go grab our new key. Onto here. Wind that up best we can. Snake it up in here. We got to put the wheels and tires back on and then get to adjusting, measure everything, see how we're sitting. And I might be throwing the 24s on here. 7,000 people voted. That's absolutely crazy. 71% of y'all voted 35s on the newer stock wheels. So today we're going to be ordering them. I already looked them up. They're available on eBay. And yes, we are going with mud grabs. We'll walk around because, I mean, it always looks absolutely insane with tires in the back. They're going to be so big. I don't even remember what are these. What are these? 285 70 17. So that's probably not even a 33, or maybe that's a 33 by like 10 and a half. I don't even know. All I know is 35-inch mud grab's about to be huge on this body style and look absolutely amazing. And look at this mess of wheels and tires that we have, dude. Like, I'm gonna end up on a television show, Hoarders, because I've got a problem, y'all. I've got a problem. So we got the new reps, the new mud grabs. We got the OG 22s. We've still got the 24s, which I've been talking about selling those forever. Both trucks still have like really good setups on them. The ones on Larry are like brand new still. We've got even got over there, we've got the tractor tires still. Very important parts, and I think a lot of people, including myself, are guilty of not replacing when we should. So you go out, you buy you a 5, 10, 15-year-old truck, right? Slap a leveling kit on it, throw some 35s on it, looks amazing, but all of a sudden you're having to fight your steering wheel going down the road, and your tires are completely shot in the first 10,000 miles. You're probably wondering, why in the world has this happened? Well, it's because you didn't replace any of your front end components, and they're probably all stock and worn slap out. So here's all of our parts that we're going to be installing today, and obviously we went with Moog. Feel free to comment down below and let me know what your experience with this brand has been. We've got our inner and outer tie rods. We've got our idler and pitman arm. We've got our idler bracket. We've got a pitman arm puller and a pickle fork. So I'm pretty much done with the install. Just got to throw my skid plates back on and clean up this huge mess. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. All right, guys, I wanted to give y'all an update about how the truck is riding after doing all of those front end upgrades or replacements, whatever you want to call them. So overall, the truck feels 100% more solid. Our CV axle boot, they're actually torn on both sides. You can see right there that shiny bit of silver. You shouldn't be able to see that. That's actual axle. Now we can actually take a look at how torn the boot is and compare it to our new axle. Work this guy up here. Grab one of our bolts. Get that started. So far, so good. No issues whatsoever. Obviously, only a couple hundred miles. You wouldn't expect any, but I just wanted to, you know, drive them out for a little bit. And I'll give y'all a long-term review, obviously, in the future. This is going to be a must-do mod for your 99 to 2007 trucks. Boom. This is the exact dash that I wanted to put in my LBZ when I had it and never ended up doing it. Tax working. So I got it pre-programmed for 160,000 miles, which we just hit. And I did forget to mention, we upgraded to the 140 mile per hour speedometer and the 7,000 RPM tachometer. That was an additional option. All those are working. Looks absolutely amazing with the white LED backlights, white needles,
blue down there at the digital stuff, and it's also our turn signal color. Looks so good. Oh my gosh. That is so much adhesive. And you know, wouldn't you know, that's my luck. Paint's messed up. My Sierra's had some really annoying window issues since I bought it. I just haven't dedicated a day to try to figure out what's going on. So today we're gonna try to fix the issue, or at least figure out if it is an electronic issue or a mechanical issue. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Y'all for real ain't gonna believe this. I cannot. I genuinely cannot. That's a broom. What in the hillbilly heck is going on? This was not plugged in, so that's why it's not working. It's corroded. Why would you do this? I take it back. It's not a broom handle. I think it's a leg of a table. What do y'all think? Can you see it good? I think that's a leg of a table. Of truth. She works. Basically, if you have XM radio, you're going to be able to install this to the factory head unit and play everything through there. Yes. Counter pulled in. About to take the old tin off, get some fresh on there. There's your factory speaker. Here's your new one. Comes with a little case or whatever you want to call it on the outside. We're actually not going to be using this part of it. So carefully pry that off. There's a side-by-side between the speakers. Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, the good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot, I get off to the front. There she is, all nice and shiny. I was rocking the new chrome tow hooks. I think it's the perfect addition. Got a lot of things. Oh, got little flaps to go underneath even. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool and goes good with, you know, our blue little thing that we got going. We got a new setup. I'm not sure which truck I'm gonna put it on first. They'll obviously be on both of the trucks at some point, but like I said, I just got done swapping setup, so I'm still kind of geeking at the fact that the trucks look totally different, and in my opinion, the setup swap made them both look better. I'm still in love with the 12 wides on chomper. I think it looks so incredibly good. And then the mud graps on the new truck with the spacers, like it's the perfect fitment.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string.
Honestly, just a little sad because this is going to be Chomper's last cold start with true dual catbacks. They are in. For the most part. Got like a 20-30 minute drive, not too bad. Hopefully nothing sketchy happens. We'll get there and hopefully, fingers crossed, he can get to it today. The wires are flopping and they have to have a little bitty short in them because they're flopping and they keep disconnecting and things are getting sketchy. All right guys, we're on the final stretch. That's gonna look so much better. Nice blacked out look. It's gonna be super clean, and then at night, it's gonna be a major upgrade as well. This is gonna be super clean. So let's go ahead and pull our other taillights out, get these in. We're gonna flip around and look at it. Boom! Oh my gosh, dude, that looks so good, and it's so clean and perfect, dude. Oh my gosh. That looks absolutely incredible. All right, so everybody knows and loves the front of Chomper, but here is the new grill, and I'm absolutely in love. I think it looks incredible. Obviously, I did not install the other two grills. Comment down below if you think I should, but I think this is the perfect amount. This guy right here is a Corvette servo. So we're gonna be slapping this in the truck, and it's supposed to have quite a few benefits. So if you've driven one of these trucks, you know, specifically if they're untuned, but you know how lazy the shifts can be, right? That 2 to 3 is like a complete drag, right? It's the longest shift ever. So this truck's got 163,000 miles, I think, on it right now. So not super high mile, not super low, right? But with this should help our 4L60E last as long as possible, or potentially explode it in today's video. We'll find out. Slides right out. Boom. Because we're going to be installing, I would call a party trick on Chomper, that being an MSD two-step. It is finally cam install time on Chomper, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm low-key freaking out because this truck has been absolutely bulletproof. But y'all know since the day that I bought this truck, we were gonna be doing a cam. That was the big goal, to get done with this thing. In case you missed the previous video, I'll show y'all what we got, and I am being totally transparent on the price and experience. So this is our kit. It's basically a cam swap with kind of the essential supporting components to go with it. All of this came from Texas Speed and Performance. It cost me $950. So we got their new Chopacabra cam. It's a 214 222.550. So as you see, Chopacabra. So probably the last time we'll see that, because it's about to go in the engine. Yo. Oh my gosh. It sounds so freaking good. Sucker is loud.
Yes, it is. 335, 336.
Wow. I've held out as long as I possibly can with a factory head unit. You know, we did the Infinity door speakers, which sound great. Really enjoy them. Then we did the aux adapter in the back of the factory head unit so I could play all of my music off my phone, retaining the factory head unit. And it's been great. I absolutely love it, but I'm also ready for some subs. I'm stoked on it, dude. I think it looks super, super clean. Here it is, and holy crap, Chomper is looking absolutely amazing, dude. All right, boys, we have officially secured the goods. Dude was super nice. Got to meet him someday this week to pick up a couple small things that he didn't have with him. But I am stoked. This one super, super green, and on both sides we got the old floppy. So I've been looking for some replacements for quite a while, and finally found some that were in the correct color. Look at that beautiful thing. Matches perfectly. Went with Scar audio. So starting over here, we got the dual 10-inch sub box. It's going to go behind our rear seat. It is a sealed box. For the amp, we went with the RP 1200-1D. Got our wiring kit. And then for subs, we went with the VD-10 D4, which is the shallow mount, of course. See what it sounds like. Now they are nice and glossy. looking so much better. Those are the rear two, obviously. Got the front two up here. One there. So without further ado, let's get the 3M on there and then throw these bad boys on the truck. I am so incredibly torn on how I want to run the exhaust. I am leaning towards just the OG, drop it out right here. I think it'll give it a super clean sound, look nice and clean, but I am kind of undecided. That is our coolant crossover tube, and that is clearly a leak. Quick side-by-side between the old and new. Look at that corrosion, bro. Bilstein 5100s front and rear, and I think this is going to make this truck ride like a Cadillac. Pretty much everybody knows and loves the GMT 800 interior, but if you haven't seen chompers before, let's check it out real quick. So majority of it is factory with some nice upgrades, like the door panels from a Yukon Denali. Got a nice two-tone wood grain with the chrome pulls, nice floor mats, Escalade cluster, which is a fan favorite, including myself. Touchscreen head unit, subs in the back, everything else pretty much stock and looking good, feeling good. Aside from the headliner, we have the notorious flopper up here. So we're going to be replacing that today. The headers are glowing. Holy crap.
Did the truck just turn off?
Yeah, it stalled. Crank it back up. The long tubes are cherry red up underneath there. Even though it's snowing right now, we got an ice storm last night, and so everything is absolutely frozen. Don't even know if we're gonna be able to get in chomper. I mean, that's thick. We should power on and then be able to flip that switch. perfect. Now we should flip our switch on, and about 3,000 RPMs, we should have our two-step engaging. Oh yeah. And just like that, we are all loaded down.
I challenge you to a duel.
Welcome to the neighborhood. I wish I had gotten a third-person perspective. It'd been so cool to see the two trucks cruising together. Because it's just freaking awesome. Two black trucks, cam gasser, and a triple turbo Duramax. This is so freaking nice. Chomper, working perfect. Yeah, we got freaking boggers. Today we're going to be truly experimenting because I have not seen anyone else run this exact setup. So, long tube headers, 3-inch X pipe, a little bit of pipe. Then we're going to be adding a secondary X pipe going into Spintech 6000 mufflers, and then running both the pipes over here to the passenger side, dualed out 4-inch tips. Yeah! $2,500 likes on this video, and we'll go hit a dig in Chomper on the new setup. Well, I guess the old saying is true, asking you shall receive, because I asked y'all to smash 2,500 likes in the last video and I'd hit digs in Chomper. Well, here we are. So the other day when we drove this thing to get the four-wheeler, like 2 hours, I started smelling something that smelled like it was burning. Holy. Oh, it's my freaking brakes. As far as installing our new parts, we're done. Holy crap. It's like a mud grap and a Pioneer had a baby. Myself and most of y'all absolutely love the way that Chomper sits. Set leveling keys, stuff in 35s. It looks amazing. It rides amazing. Honestly, it's the iconic GMT 800 combo. You really can't beat it, but I've always wanted to experience this truck on wides and honestly just lifted in general. 07 to 16, 4.5-inch spindles. So this is going to allow the hub assembly to sit much lower, making the truck sit much higher. I think the end goal is to put 2414s, these wheels, on this truck with a nice set of 33 or 35 fat mud tires now that Chomper is lifted, because it looks super good as is, but just to me, once you go lifted, you got to go stance. If the truck is leveled, like the factory offset works perfect, but when you get her up there, you got to have some stance. Holy crap.
Well, I'm not sure why I've never done one of these transformation videos, but I figured since I got the flu and I can't do much else, we'd go ahead and do one on the GOAT freaking chomper. Holy crap, I can't believe we've had this truck 4+ years, and we probably could have done a 1-year transformation, which we should really do on all the trucks, because in a year we usually do like everything, if not like buy, modify, and sell all within a year. We should probably start doing it. It's really cool to see it all in a line instead of, well, I mean, each individual video building up to what ends up being this is really cool. But man, it was a nice little stroll down memory lane seeing Chomper from the day one. Picking up this truck, I was so freaking stoked. Always wanted one of these. 158,000 miles. I think we're at 179,000 now. And having a bunch of trucks while I've had this, it's definitely been one of my favorites, and I've driven the crap out of it. But it was really cool, man. And I guess in the last couple months we've done some kind of outlandish things with her, doing the big spindle lift and, you know, the wides and everything, which it looks crazy, man. The spindle lift is just crazy because you have so much ground clearance. I'm pretty positive I am very soon going back to the goated setup of keys and grabs, but it's been fun. If you look at the description of the very first video where I bought this thing, the goal was cammed and lifted. So it's all about the journey, man, trying things out. And so I never did a drop bracket because I didn't want to cut the frame up and stuff on this thing. And then we did the kind of the cheat code with the spindle lift from the NNBS, and, you know, got this monstrosity, which it's cool, but it's just, it's not me, it's not Chomper. But I'm glad we experienced it for sure. And nothing is like permanent. It's all reversible. Yeah, this truck has been an absolute beast. Y'all know we haven't had any real major problems. We've currently got a coolant leak, which that's been a kind of a thing that we've struggled with a couple of times, different places leaking, but nothing catastrophic, nothing overheating, nothing like that. We gotta find that line, or we just gotta replace the line. We know what it is. Anyways, let's just walk around, man, because this truck's been amazing. Powertrain, everything has been an absolute beast. You know, we've had the Chopacabra in there for a long time, long tubes, tuned, dyno tuned, beating on this thing, man. It's been a riot, and I love it. The grill, the iconic grill that some people love and hate, I still to this day freaking love it. It's awesome. Freaking chrome tow hooks, clears that need to be replaced, our mirrors that need to be repainted. The freaking ice storm just obliterated these things. They look like they're the normal plastic instead of paint. Clear coat said see you later. Definitely need to get after this frame. I mean, it's just old, man. It's a 06 truck, factory, but she's held up great, man. Recon taillights, everybody's favorite. Bed liner's still great. Need to do a new exhaust system on this thing, the 45th one. Still got the OG. Still got these guys. Those are the original ones I put on there, which is crazy. That was like a $20 thing on Amazon. Let me think. What else? I don't know. The Bilsteins. Still the same Bilsteins on there. It's been through a couple different stages of height. These things are holding up great. The interior of this thing, just an absolute unit. Everything has been great. Cadillac cluster, still perfect. Touchscreen perfect. Our headliner that we did, not sagging anything. Our subs, still beating. Door speakers, well, I did have one of the, whatever the speakers we put in there go out, and I put one of our Bose speakers back in there. But pretty good, pretty good. Can't complain too much. We'll pop the hood, even though I know it's disgusting. Door panels, I mean, gosh, dog, Chomper, just a beast. Just needs to be washed and repainted. This thing, you know, fresh paint job, this thing would be insane. Slam a sunroof in it, perfect. But, you know, if you got flaws, then you don't have to worry about it being perfect. And so it is what it is. Wow, it's filthy underneath here. Still got the OG power core in here. Long tubes, which are caked in mud. Oh man, this thing is due for a proper spit shine. Got the 2-step. Y'all know the Chopacabra, LS7 lifters, basic stuff. Factory trans, Corvette servo, all still hanging in there, freaking ripping. Just a beast. Chomper is just a freaking beast. So anyways, I ain't gonna ramble on. This video was probably freaking an hour long at this point. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, ring that bell notification, and I'll see y'all boys in the next video.